Hi, my name is Dr. Clarity, which is a screen name for Dr. Clare Albright. I'm a psychologist and teen life coach, and I do teen parent coaching for parents of teens. And today's topic is about empathy, the use of empathy in being close to your child, being much closer to your teen. Now, specifically, what I mean by empathy is most of the parents I work with really would benefit if they would just start saying things like this to their teen. Wow, that's hard. Or, wow, that sounds rough. Or, boy, that sounds tough. And you could just use the same one over and over and just keep saying, that's hard, yeah, that's rough, that's tough. And this little teeny addition into your relationship with your teen can make a world of difference, because most teens that I meet, whether it's in my personal life or in my professional work, have massive amounts of pain these days. If I think back to what it was like for me to be a teen 30 years ago, the problems are so much more extreme, with a majority of their peers going through breakup of their parents' marriage, many of their friends doing cutting behaviors, being on psychotropic meds, a lot of drama in the romance department with broken hearts, and a lot of pressure for drugs, and their friends being on drugs, and their friends being in danger from drugs. So it's just a whole new world with a lot of pain that we can empathize with. So I'm going to bring up four functions, four benefits of you adding empathy to your relationship with your teen. The first one is you'll find a much closer bond when you add empathy. The kids, even if they don't show it, they're really going to appreciate this effort on your part. So you'll feel the joy of them feeling close to you, and that'll really warm your heart and nurture you and fulfill you. Because it can be so tricky to be close to a teen. I don't think they'll give you evidence that it means a lot when you first do it, the first 4 or 5 times you do it, but they'll be amazed. And a lot of it is, as parents, we're always teaching our kids, and by the time teens are like 14, they pretty much have memorized most of your teachings, and they really don't want to hear a lot of what we teach. So they'll come home, share some pain, and rather than just empathize and say, wow, that sounds tough, here we go teaching a big lesson, because we're filled with anxiety and are trying to, make their life work. The first benefit then is closeness, increased closeness, a stronger bond with your teen. The second benefit is that it actually does make a difference in their pain level. When someone empathizes with a person's pain, within like 30 to 60 minutes, there's a degree of resolution for the person. And this is very, very hard for most people to comprehend, including me, why this works. I've just seen it. And the way I think of it is, I think of physics, how in my physics class the teacher used to show that almost everything in nature is a wave, brain waves, heart waves, EEGs, electrocardiograms, and emotions are like a wave, and when you hit any wave, a sine wave, with the opposite wave, it cancels it out. And I think that's what empathy does. It somewhat diminishes the big wavelength that they're on. So you'll notice if they're really depressed and you go, I'm sorry, hon, I know it's hard. Then an hour later, they'll just be all bubbly and happy. Or if they say, oh my gosh, I'm irate at my math teacher, and you go, wow, that sounds tough. Then 20 minutes later, they'll be confused if you ask them how it's going with their thoughts about their math teacher. They won't even remember that they were irate. So the second benefit then of empathy is it actually diminishes and resolves your teen's pain. The third benefit of empathy is that if they're having negative feelings towards you, which is usually quite abundant in the teen years, and you just empathize rather than defend or justify yourself, it also diminishes that. So if they're irate at you, and maybe they've been that way for a week, and you just say, I know you don't like it, and I know it's tough, and I know you wish you could be like your friends and stay out till 2. I know you hate it, and I know you wish you had a different mother sometimes. You just empathize like that, or just say, I know it's tough. And it actually diminishes their pain towards you. But most of us parents, when people start confronting us, like our teens, we just start defending and justifying instead of empathizing. So the third benefit then was it resolves their pain towards you to some degree. And the final benefit of empathy is that if they're, like most American kids, really frustrated because they want something from you that you're not giving them, like a later curfew, more freedom in their dating life at a young age, or maybe a material possession that all their friends have, like $200 jeans or an iPhone, and they're just so frustrated that they can't get this thing, and you just empathize, and you just say, I know it's hard, honey. I know you wish that I had the money for that. I know you wish I would spend the money on that. I know you wish I would give you a later curfew, and just try to show some compassion. And you can just say, that's tough. I know it's tough that that I'm just not giving in on that. I know it's hard for you. And it really takes the edge off that pressured feeling they have, that frantic frenzy that can almost become entitlement in a lot of American cities. But anyway, it helps your teen with that inner pressure, that frenzy of hunger for that thing that they're not getting if you just empathize. So thank you so much. And I can be reached at 949-454-0996. That's 949-454-0996. And again, this is Dr. Clarity, and my website is teenpowertalk.com. That's teenpowertalk.com. Thanks.